Hi, good morning. I'm still here. I'm still at it. I'm still up under my puzzle picture. That's the best spot for me at the moment. I get a little more awkward every single time I say I'm going to keep doing this. It becomes awkward and it becomes difficult because I'm like, well, I don't remember why I started making these to begin with. Just, it was a notion. It was a notion and I put it into motion. There you go. A notion, a motion. And anyways, deep thoughts this morning. Not really, but a plan in place this morning. And a song in my brain when I got up this morning, which is Shania Twain. If you're not in it for love. I recall watching a video of her performing that song, and it was before she became like world known, famous, or whatever. And she was young. She was prancing around on stage, and I remember Michael Jackson being in the front row of wherever she was performing this song, and she was just giving it all she had, buddy. She was, yeah, it was entertaining. I guess that's why it stuck with me and why, for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I don't ask anymore why. Just things come to me. I go with it. And I also was going to have a little show and tell moment this morning. And it is early. It's so early. It's like my alarm went off, which my alarm is set every day for 5:30 a.m. so I can take thyroid medication. And this morning when it went off, I'd already been up for quite some time. Pardon me for being gross. I do have allergies. And the only time I notice it is when I look back at these videos I've been making. This is where I notice that I make all these crazy noises. And I go, jeepers, I must need allergy pills. So anyways, I've been thinking again about cutting out coffee from my existence that I've been drinking for years and years and years and years and years, knowing it's a problem at times. But I have made myself a cup this morning. I do and plan to drink it. It's just part of my routine. I really think it'll be beneficial to quit. I really do, which is why I'm going to do it. This might be the last cup. Who knows? But my son, a while back, he brought me this coin. And it says, Sir Winston Churchill commemorative coin. Crown. Oh, commemorative crown. Oh, I see my reflection in there. Basically, he brought it at just the right moment in time. These things happen for a reason. The coin is from 1965. And underneath it says, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. So, I went to jolly old England. It was the year 1995. That's the only place I've ever been outside of the US of A. Okay, so the rocks. I've been painting a rock every year since I got with these weird symptoms, and which I identify as having MS. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. People tell me I'm making it up. They don't believe me. Well, I had some kind of a health crisis that I lived through. And I believed it was MS, so therefore I started to go into a support group, and I went and got an MRI done, and I spoke with a neurologist, and I did all the things I needed to do to try to get it figured out, because my health was in the toilet, and it sucked. And I've been super healthy. I don't want to sit here and drag on. Let me just show my rocks. This is all this is going to be today. Show and tell. It's show and tell Saturday. You read that? I thought that looked weird when I wrote it out, but I decided my word for the year 2024 was going to be success. And I don't know why I put that little dot in between the two C's, but it doesn't even matter. I think that word is weird. SUCCESS. Okay, in the next year, I did this little rock, and I said, wait, this was the word for 2025, thrive. So then I put me a little green something. Thrive. We actually have some place called Thrive Market in this town. I don't know what it is. I've never even looked it up. Okay, progress is the year I'm on now. Pilgrim. I like this one. I like the color I wrote the word in. It's like a navy. It's a dark blue, if you can tell that. On a pale lavender looking, very pale, but that's kind of a pinkish tone to it. Well, I doubt that you can see it in this light for what it really is. Just like you don't really know me. You know me through this screen. But, I mean, until you've met a person in person, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate da-da-da-da. And why I said da-da-da-da, well, because the MS, like, it isolated me. I became more and more, I was just saying, shrunk. My life shrunk down. I didn't feel confident anymore because I couldn't do the things I was used to doing. Like being awesome. Being a boss lady. I literally don't like that word. I mean, my brain power is growing now exponentially, and I'm on a 6-month challenge. Have I already mentioned that? I started it last weekend, and thankfully I notated it in my very special book where I notate things of importance. I'll show that too, since it's show and tell day. Got it here in my little side table. It's got a little bookmarker in it. Here it is. Bought it at Walmart. Walmart's getting ready to get a big payoff from the Gov, by the way, in case you're not keeping up with this information. Here it is. Since Trump put all these tariffs in place that were supposed to benefit us, right? Well, us being, now I'm realizing he's going to give all this money that the government has been getting from other governments, however it works. I'm not that smart. I might try to act like I am, but I'm getting there. Okay, $10 billion is supposed to go to Walmart, of all people. Like, Walmart really needs that help. Think about it. How many of you shop at Walmart? Everybody shops. Come on, everyone shops at Walmart. Walmart is like they are like Standard Oil Company of bygone era. That's what Walmart represents in today's current marketplace. They're big, they're huge. They're a monopoly of sorts. That reminds me of I'm about to go make my small potato purchases at the Dollar General this morning. Or at some point today. Pardon me. I'm sorry. I did that last Saturday too. I made me a small list. I shopped by my list. And I spent $20. Woohoo! But hey, I look at that as I made a budget, or I had a plan in place. Plans are important. And I executed my plan, and I'm going to make a new plan this Saturday. And I'm going to execute that one. And I did that yesterday. I had 2 micro plans of my day. It all started when I was like, maybe it was 2 days ago. Hell, I don't know. I guess I'm thinking that's what MS does to me. It makes me lose track of everything. Everything I'm trying to accomplish. Maybe I attribute it to coffee now. But, I mean, it's probably a combination of the two. I'm using the coffee, and as a tool, probably not. I don't think it's good for you, okay? I'm going to drink some water right now. Some guy I was listening to yesterday said, if you want to quit, and he was like singing the praises of not drinking coffee, of how it made him realize how much of his own potential he had forgotten. He was even trying to accomplish things, and he was hooked on coffee, and it was sapping all of his creativity and energy. So, anyway, the little small tip he had given was keep water by you at all times, and when you feel the urge to drink coffee, just chug on some water, that's a good tip. And whenever I get on that subject, I always think, I wish I'd already quit. Whenever I look at a video and when I get re-inspired, say, something is it's kind of crippling you when you wish you have already done it. It's sort of like people that want to lose weight. You wake up, and I don't want to just say it like it is, but yeah, if you feel like you're overweight and you think you're fat, I mean, that's such a horrible word to use. I don't like it at all. It's just a rudeness is what it is. I have fat on me currently. Everybody has. We're all fat. Unless you have anorexia. And then you're also unhealthy, okay? So let's stop focusing on the aspect of the vanity of the world we live in, which is so shaming of people of all different varieties of shame. We all carry it about something, okay? And we all need to cleanse it from our mental status, from our emotions. Cleanse it. Be done with it. It's not serving any good purpose. Because if you are overweight, and I saw a man just yesterday, there are some people that just stand out because they are super overweight. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, he can lose that weight though. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is got to stay in that circumstance, which has maybe held you back for your whole life. Poverty is another. Being a broke ass. What's another one? Your skin color? I mean, I guess people do. I've gone through small periods of time in which, it's not cool to be just plain old Caucasian. It's just, now you're just like, no good. So I started identifying myself as Indian, Native American. And the reason I felt that I was able to do so is because a certain Indian princess who lived in this town that I live in. What is the odds, okay, people? She married a man from England whose last name happened to be the exact last name that I was born into the world with. And it's a rare one. I'm not going to tell it. But if you know anything about Native American history in Georgia, well, you might can put two and two together. But if not, well, that's my little secret. But I'm like, even though my mother tried to research and see if there was some connection, she claimed that there was none, not related. But I know we have Native Americans in her background, and it is probably not even may not be on my dad's side of the family. But I've seen pictures of some of the women in my mom's side of the family. They look like straight off the reservation. Their cheekbone structure, their noses, their tone of their skin, and whatever. Why did I start this subject? Because I'm like, it's not cool to be white bread anymore. It ain't cool. Well, I'm gonna bring that back to being cool. And having a small tooth gap. Another thing about quitting the caffeine and coffee that's gonna be good, healthier teeth. I want healthy teeth. And yeah, a 6-month challenge is gonna be, it's a personal commitment to being the best I can do, the best I can do, the best, be the best, and also be the smartest. The goal I set was to be the smartest human being on the planet. How about that? And I've already made some strides and accomplishments in that. It's like once you set yourself a goal, you kind of have a little bit of direction there. You got somewhere to aim for. And see, I lose train of my thoughts. Lose track. Shania Twain. See, the song. That's in my brain. The star I saw, or it could be a planet, when I walked out my front door this morning and it was still dark. It was out there just twinkling so brightly, and I thought it looked like color as well. I remember I learned a little bit about the stars back when I was married, and my husband got involved with wanting to get himself a telescope and look at the stars in the sky. Anyways, I can't think like that right this minute. I'm having my head kind of hurts. I don't know if it's caffeine withdrawal, if it's MS, if it's all of the above, and I don't even care. I probably bored you to sleep. I can't imagine anyone listening to all of this misery. But it's not the kind I was suffering. I was literally suffering those few videos ago that I had like a 4-day headache. I believe it's 3 or 4 days straight. And yes, I was in constant pain. So who cares about whether you have money in the bank? I mean, when you get into a health situation and you realize you might end up, and I did have these thoughts. I'm like, I can barely make it as it is without having health issues. With being 100%, I was barely making any money. And my point being, yes, my financial situation could look crucial, but I don't think it is. I really don't. I believe it's going to make a good turnaround, and not sure how. Yeah, I have a little bit of the weird pain. And I don't want to focus on the pain. I'm going to read my Bible as soon as I cut this thing off. I actually have there's a reading plan in the back of this lovely Bible. I'm going to show the Bible. A friend of mine gave me this for Christmas that I used to work with. It's a nice Bible. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. It's purple. And it's got some kind of embossed something on it. It's got a place in the front where you can I put this Holy Bible is presented to my name, then I put my name, by, then I put the name of the person who gave it to me, on the eve of Christmas, year 2021. And then under there's a Bible verse that says, Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. That's Psalm 119, 105. Here's a lofty goal I gave myself that I did not get very far, but I made the goal that I was going to memorize the entire Psalm 119, which is like the longest. It's got the most verses probably of maybe all the Psalms. Let me look it up real quick. I actually highlighted Psalm 109, and this is the 164th verse. So there you go. It's got 176 total. But this one I highlighted. 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments. And the next one says, Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. That's a good verse. Anyway, yeah, I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling too good. It's like this. I'm not going to let that deter me. That's an interesting word. Deter. D-E-T-E-R. English language important. Bible important. Learning your own country's history important. I watched a documentary. I might rewatch it. Benjamin Franklin. It had just been put on YouTube. And there was some cool, interesting facts about him. Cool. He was a person who liked to stir the pot. And he had people that didn't like him for that very reason. He liked to cause conflict. I find that hilarious. Because, well, I don't know why. But it is funny. I really got to go now because I have carried on, and this is like probably the worst, in my opinion, judging myself. I'm going to say this is one of the worst videos I've made thus far. But I'm going to continue making these jokers. It's part of my routine now. And so therefore, the show must go on. The show must go on. I'm going to leave you one last show and tell moment. I have this ancient clock. It's a wind-up clock. Can you hear it ticking? Maybe you've been hearing it the whole time. Tick, 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 like 60 minutes. Oh, God, that's a whole nother subject, watching TV, but you see that? And somebody gave it to me. The same dude that gave me those flowers over there that I talked about before. You have to wind it up regularly for it to work. But right now it sounds a little weird. Not right. But my daughter accidentally threw it. It fell down off of my wind. It fell down off where it was posted up on my dresser. And for whatever reason, because I've had it stop and I have not been able to make it work. Like I thought, did I overwind it? Long story short, the thing started working perfectly after it dropped on the floor. It was keeping perfect time, and it's an hour ahead because